Hello everyone, my name is Pranahita and I'm one of the educators working in an early childhood center. Today I'll be talking about health and safety in early childhood education. The presentation aims to explain the health and safety practices that are important in early childhood center. I will describe the way the risk assessment processes are conducted within the early childhood center and explain the way educators can apply procedures in everyday practices. I will discuss the importance of supervision, nutrition, hygiene, and a safe physical environment for all overall safety and development of children. As an educator, it is my responsibility to give assistance to families and ensure that children are secure in early childhood education. Health and safety practices are important to ensure quality early childhood education, as children learn best when they feel safe and secure. Children spend particular time in the center. That means that educators are responsible to create an environment that is healthy, safe, and supportive for children. This is aligned with National Quality Standard Area 3, which is a provision of a safe and inclusive learning environment that helps children feel included and safe. The national quality standards reflect the safety, health, and well-being and are important in early childhood services based on NQS Area 2. Moreover, the early year learning framework also focuses on the respectful and responsive relationships that helps children to develop resilience and confidence. Health and safety are important for learning, development, and well-being of children. The National Quality Standard Area 2 explicitly deals with the health and safety of children. This quality area demands that services and educators work towards promoting the well-being of children, supervising children properly, ensuring healthy environments, and reducing any possible risk or hazard. Early childhood services have to follow the Education and Care Services national regulations. Some of the legal obligations under these regulations include supervision, emergency and evacuation processes, hygiene standards, sleep and food safety procedures, medication management, and instant report making. For instance, Regulation 103 requires services to ensure that their premises and equipment are safe, hygienic, and are in good condition. Regulation 81 discusses issues concerning sleep and rest to ensure the safety and proper supervision of children while sleeping. Regulation 77 requires services to uphold health, hygiene, and food safety practices. This is justified by Draper. The early years are important for long-term well-being, health, and brain development. For educators, it is important to contribute healthy social, physical, emotional, and cognitive skills in children. Moreover, Vandenbroek studied that high-quality early childhood policies and practices create influence on overall development of the child. Health and safety are based on the rights of children, and they have the right to feel respected, protected, and included in an educational environment. A study by King explains that educators play a responsibility in upholding the rights of children by creating an environment that feels valued for identities, well-being, and the voices of children. Moreover, inclusive health and safety practices ensures that all children are equal and meets the learning needs of diverse learners in a secure learning environment. And this is further justified by Underwood that inclusive early childhood education help educators to adapt practice and environment so all children participate equally in the learning environment. In this way, a safe environment helps children to engage learning experience so they feel supported and respected. And during my placement, I implemented health and safety practices by balancing supervision with opportunities. I observed that one child was hesitant to climb a balance during outdoor play, and despite saying to him that he could play with something else, the educator encouraged the child to do so and ensured that environment was safe with him. This gave the child confidence and he confidently crossed the beam. This experience illustrates the way health and safety practices are important to enhance growth and development of children. Supervision is one of the key responsibilities of the educator through which the educator keeps an eye on children, focus on their behavior, and fulfill their needs. Supervision helps in the prevention of injuries and accidents. Educators position themselves in different outdoor and indoor activities to ensure that children are supported and are visible. And with the National Quality Area 4, it states that appropriate staffing arrangements are important for maintaining the safety, supervision, and well-being of children. And leaders play an important role for maintaining the the effective supervision practices. And Douglas highlights that professional leadership in early childhood education supports the staff collaboration improvement and strong organizational practice that is beneficial for families and children. And in my center, I observed that the child was running on a slippery area after water play. So I quickly redirected the child to a safe area and explained how running on a wet surface can be dangerous. So a proactive supervision helps in preventing injuries by teaching the children about safe behavior. Educators follow the strict hygienic procedures that include hand washing, sanitizing, and encourage children to practice personal hygiene. This hand washing routine occurs before and after meals, after toileting and outdoor play, and after nose wiping. We use visual posters and songs to teach children about proper hand washing techniques. We use gloves during the nappy changing process and sanitize high-touch surfaces. If children has any illness, we usually follow the center policies and contact the families. And moreover, child safety and well-being indicates that organization must protect children from abuse, harm, and unsafe conditions. The provision of a safe physical environment is important for children. Educators must regularly do safety checks of furniture, equipment, and play spaces for identification of any risk or hazard and must ensure environment is safe. In my center, I found a broken piece of equipment during morning daily inspection. I blocked the equipment and reported to the management for immediate repair. This demonstrated that proactive risk management in preventing the injuries. This aligns with NQS Area 3 that a safe physical environment is helpful in promoting the safety and confidence in children. Nutrition and healthy routines are important for supporting the growth of children. In early childhood centers, children are provided with healthy meals and snacks based on nutritional guidelines. Families are also engaged in knowing the eating habits of children and allergies as well as cultural food preferences to ensure children's needs are supported and respected. The early years learning framework illustrates that the well-being of children is supported through physical activity, healthy eating, and responsive routines. Sleep and rest are also important to maintain the health and well-being of children. Educators offer a comfortable and calm rest environment by respecting the individual needs and routines of children. Educators support emotional well-being through warm interactions, responsive communication, and predictable routines. Risk assessment is a process that educators do for identification of hazards, evaluation of risk, and implementing strategies for reducing the risk. The risk assessment is completed daily and is important for maintaining a safe environment for educators and families. The first step is the identification of hazards, which include identification of broken equipment, allergies, unsafe behavior, and environmental dangers. The second step is the assessment of the level of risk as to consider how risk can occur and how serious the results can be. The third step is the implementation of the control measure reduction of risks as educators repair equipment, modify the environment, increase supervision, and establish safety measures for the reduction of potential harm. The final step is at the monitoring of risk and reviewing at regular levels. The risk assessments are ongoing as the environment, children's behavior, and weather conditions change constantly. Educators follow NQS Area 1 educational program and practice to support the learning of children in a safe and responsive environment. Moreover, leaders support educators to maintain safety practices and respond effectively to overcome risk in the learning environment. This is implemented as educators at the Early Childhood Center completes the daily risk assessment under the supervision of the leaders. The responsibilities include the medical information, emergency procedures, and sun protection strategies. In my center, I observed that educators conduct the outdoor safety checks every morning before the arrival of children to clear the ground from any unsafe surfaces and environmental hazards. This demonstrated the way risk assessment is included in everyday practice as compared to a one-time procedure. Educators communicate with families related to emotional well-being, allergies, and routines of children. They also give updates of learning experience of children and do partnership based on quality area 6 to ensure the quality educational outcomes and well-being of children. During my placement, I observed the way health and safety practices were integrated into everyday routines for the protection of children and their well-being. The educator does attendance checks during the transition to ensure all children are followed up. Allergy management plans were also displayed and educators follows them carefully during the meal times. I observed the health and safety principle implementation through active supervision, hygiene routines, risk assessments, and responsive educators with child interactions. To conclude, health and safety practices, supervision, hygiene, risk assessment all play roles in ensuring children are safe, and through collaboration, educators and families are able to create an environment that fosters healthy development for children. Thank you for watching my presentation.